Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode here of G1's Adventure. I am so excited for today's video because we are finally going to be tackling this giant area that we have and you guys have probably seen in the last couple of episodes. Now, I honestly don't know if I said this or not in a past video or if I spoiled what I wanted to do, but I think you guys can kind of guess that I want to make this a little bit of a dock area. Now, we have quite a big area here, so this is probably going to be at least the biggest video that I've done so far on this series here. So we kind of have two separate parts, I guess you could say. So we kind of have, if you think about it, we have the divider here, which are the stairs here, and then we have one half over here, and then we have another half over here. But what I'm kind of thinking we should do is I think this half over here, I want it to be for like the kind of shops, I guess you can say. So like you might have like a fishing shop, maybe like for fishing poles, maybe another one for like a bait shop, one where you can sell and buy fish potentially, right? Like a little market here. That's kind of what I want to do. And then I also really want to make some small little boats here. Now I have been practicing in a creative world. I am not going to be making the giant ships. The first reason is I'm not very good at building the big ships, but the second and more important reason is that if we look at our map right here, we have a cool little interesting spot here where we have this little piece of land right here, but then we also have the bigger, broader ocean over here. Now if you see this connects basically everywhere. This is like the actual ocean over here, right? This spot here I don't really see as being like a spot for ships kind of thing. The issue really is with this spot right here. Now we have this little land that's jointing out and kind of like interrupted, so a ship really, like realistically, probably couldn't fit there. So I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm thinking of maybe like eventually one day getting rid of all of this, like all of this little spot here, and then making it so that ships can actually go through. However, I don't know yet. So for now, I have been practicing the smaller boats, and we're going to do that here. So that way, a possibility that we could do is over in the area over there, we make another dock, and that's where the actual bigger boats would go, like the actual ship would go. And then maybe from there, we have the smaller boats coming into here. So I don't know, but I want to just do the smaller boat today. So that's kind of what I'm working with so far. So I actually think I want to begin today's episode not by building anything here, but rather I actually want to fix something over here. Now, the issue that I have here is I don't like how shallow this part is right here, and I don't want to extend the land out over here because the land is already really big in some cases. I am actually still currently worried that we might have a lot of like openness here, so I don't want to extend this out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this probably to this layer here. So, you know, I might like lower this right here, something kind of like that, right? That way there's just a little bit of stuff here. And then what I want to do is replace the edges over here with some of the do I even have any planks? I do. I want to replace it with some of the planks here, right? So that way you get this kind of look where it's actually like going into the ground and whatnot. So that's what I'm going to start off by doing. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. Oh man, I really hope it doesn't take too long. Alrighty, so I am back. So not only did I just, you know, replace the bottom over here with the spruce here and also just change it up a little bit, but I also kind of changed a little bit of this area over here as well, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Like one example is there's a weird little cave right here which I didn't think looked good, so I decided to cover it. I tried my best. I think I might just do a little bit of some like bone mealing around when I can get to that, but I overall think that I did a really good job, and honestly I think it looks very, very nice. So I think the next thing that I want to do is replace all of the grass here and basically everything within this kind of, you can see the spruce boundary, with spruce planks. So it might be quite a lot, but I think that's kind of just what I want to do for the main area over here. I don't know what else would work, honestly. Like I don't want to do cobblestone because I don't know if I love the whole cobblestone look for the floor as well. So I actually want to quickly take a little break. I've had some ideas before of replacing all of the grass here, all of these grass blocks here, except for the paths here, with some like stone and andesite texturing potentially. So I don't know if I have any. So I have about a stack of all of them, and then I also have a little bit of some tuff as well. Now I wonder if maybe we can do something a little bit different. So let's just quickly, like, you know, clear out a little area here potentially. Yeah, I think that this is fine. We can replace torches and whatnot later. So what if we started off just by making it all stone really quick? All right, and then what if we took some of the andesite and kind of just made little bits of like, you know, texturing in like that, and as well added in some tuff as well for some, you know, kind of rougher but still kind of similarly textured gray stone. I don't mind that, but I feel like there's too much stone still in this. So like we'd have to like, you know, really decorate it. I think like do like way more than what we kind of already did. So like maybe something like this. Like I think that could potentially work. I feel like that might actually look better with cobblestone instead of the stone. Okay, yeah, I think that that looks a lot better. Now, I realized that I made a mistake and I probably should have done it a little bit closer to the wall over there. So I think that's what we'll go ahead and do really quick is we're going to just recreate it over here, because the thing that I really want to see is the stone here, the cobblestone, going to annoy me with the fact that that's our walls over here. So yeah, I should have done this in the beginning, but that's why we learn. So that's what that looks like. And I don't know if I love the way that look. I don't know, honestly. Like I don't mind it, but I mean the problem is that it's so small of an area that I decided to do. I don't really know how well that would work. I think that's a problem for another day. I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to replace all of the area in here with some logs. But well, I really don't want to do that though. So the problem with what I want to do, like in past like worlds, I've done this where I just kind of make the entire dock wood. And I don't mind that, but then it just doesn't look that great. Like it just kind of looks like it's a big plank of wood, right? Like I want the wood here to kind of be different, like kind of be the outline. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, I think I'm gonna just, you know, go with it, at least just for now. I might actually end up changing the walls potentially, so that might be something that we do. But yeah, I think for now what I'll do is I'll just do this for here, because I really like the way that this looks with the spruce planks here. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically just do this all over here. Alrighty, I am back, and I think that this looks honestly really nice. Like I think it was definitely a good call, like just looking at it in comparison with the spruce there. Honestly, I think it looks really nice. The one thing I don't think looks nice though is this wall here. I don't know, I just feel like it clashes too much with this. I would actually be okay replacing the grounds like over here as well, like with this grass, instead of doing grass, doing some of this here to make it look more kind of consistent. I would be okay with doing that, but the walls here I do not like. So we're gonna try doing something a little bit different. Now I got quite a lot of deep slate here. We have a couple of options that we could do. So we could do some bricks here, which I'm kind of leaning more towards, honestly, but I am also curious as well as to see the tiles here. Now I don't know how I feel about the tiles compared to, say, let's just honestly, I'm most likely going to do the deep slate, the bricks here. I think I'm going to replace it with the deep slate bricks. I think so. Well, how would that look if we do, like, you know, multiple like that? Yeah, I think I'm going to prefer that a lot more, I think. So yeah, I'm going to quickly go ahead and replace basically all of the cobblestone on this wall with some of the deep slate, and we'll see. At least I'll do this half. I'll do this half really quick, and then we'll see how we like it in comparison. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. All right, so I am done, at least with this one half here, and I've got to say, I think I don't like it. Oh, well, so it's not that I don't like it. I actually kind of like the bricks here. I just feel like the trim on the top needs something. So maybe that's actually where we use some of the deep slate tiles potentially. I still think it's a little bit too boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And I was kind of also feeling the same with the cobblestone as well. It just feels a little bit boring. But if we do this, I wonder, is there like another, like, is there something else we could use? Like, we have the chisel deep slate. Would that even look good, like, going in between? Like, if we did like a pattern, right? Like, maybe we do maybe we don't do like a direct pattern, like kind of like with the checkered board, but maybe we just do something kind of like this every now and again, right? And then going all the way up. Like, would that look weird potentially? Because, like, I honestly don't know what we would do. I honestly cannot tell. I actually think I don't like that potentially. I think it's more of just, I think the issue honestly is the fact that we have this one wall here, but the rest of the town isn't actually all walled off like that. I think that's kind of like the big issue for me. Okay, so I'm thinking about it more, and whilst I like the deep slate contrast, I think it's also just a little bit too kind of dark, I guess you could say. So what I mean by that is we kind of just go from like the gray and kind of nice brown contrast to suddenly it's just very dark over here, right? And I don't think that it goes together very well, honestly. So whilst it does unfortunately mean we're going to put the cobblestone back, I think we might actually be able to potentially do something to fix it, and it kind of revolves around doing something like this with a different top there. Let me show you what I mean exactly. All right, so I replaced the wall back, and I think I just like the way that it looks more, honestly. Like, I think I'm more of a fan of that than the deep slate. Now, I was thinking, what if we potentially use some spruce planks potentially? So kind of what I'm thinking of doing is instead of having the cobblestone wrap around here, what if on this layer here we replaced it with some spruce potentially? Okay, so if we did something like that, I actually don't mind that. Now, it's a little bit basic. It's not, you know, crazy or anything. And it's kind of just a basic cobblestone wall with a little thing on the top. But I think it just makes everything look a little bit more connected. You know what I'm saying? And I actually really like that. Oh, yeah. I think that looks really, really nice. Now, we have the small little spot over here that I haven't finished yet. I still actually don't know what I want to do with this area yet, so that is to be determined. So I'm not really looking at that, but mostly just looking at everything from this area, like from this wall past. I think it looks honestly really, really nice. Like, I am definitely a fan of that. It just makes everything look more connected as well. And then I kind of like how on this layer here, it's not like a bunch of cobblestone. Like, it actually looks something different from the wall over here. Oh, I am definitely a fan of that. I want to get started now on the actual like harbor area over here. I feel like we've been spending too much time worrying about the walls and the floor. Let's actually work on the buildings. Alrighty, so I think the main thing that I want to start off by working on is actually a couple of small buildings right here. Now, what I'm kind of thinking of potentially doing is I might do, if we get some wood here really quick, so I might do a building going from here to potentially here, right? A small little shop here. And then I think I might do a small little like alleyway here. So we might make it, I don't know, I might make the building go to like here or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's actually not that bad. And then I think I'm going to do a small little alleyway here, maybe 4 blocks wide. And then we can do another one and then maybe make this one a little bit bigger, right? So it's not the exact same size. And then we can put that one here, which I think looks very nice. And then again, I want to do kind of another mini alleyway kind of thing here. And then I want to do another building. I think we'll go to like potentially here, right? Like, I think that's okay. I'm just trying to think as well. It looks a little bit weird because of they're kind of all like spaced kind of weird, but I think that can work. And then we have a little spot over here which we should leave. I think this is where we'll put some barrels potentially. But yes, I think that's where I want to make the thing. And I also just realized I made that one a little bit too big. We're gonna put it right here. Yeah, so I think that could work potentially. All right, so I want to work on this building here. So this one, I think I want to sell the fish bait. So I know that, you know, technically we'd have like one building for everything, but I kind of want to have smaller buildings. So we might have like a fish bait shop here and then a normal fishing rod shop here. So this is where you would probably go get your, you know, your fishing rods, or maybe we make this like a small building here where you would get for like stuff for your ship, right? So maybe like, you know, things like wine potentially. I think that's what they would drink back in the day in the medieval times, but you know, maybe like wine, maybe some bread, some like food and stuff that you can get for the ship. So this could just be the fishing shop. This could be like the ship, like your boat kind of like necessities, I guess. And then this could be the actual like fish market. I don't know why I have a big stutter. So that could be like the fish where you could sell it and buy it. So that could be quite nice. So let's work on the fishing like building here. I don't know. I don't want to call it the fishing building. Maybe we'll just call it like the fisherman's building. Or fishing necessities. I don't know. We'll figure out a name for it eventually. But I'm thinking we just kind of start it by doing something like this. Now, as you guys know, I have been trying to work on some nice, impressive roof designs, and I still want to do that. So the interesting thing about this building, we don't really need to worry about it that much with these buildings over here. Maybe to like make sure that they're not exactly the same, but for this building over here, because part of it is against a wall, we can't just do like a roof on the, we can't do like something like this, right? Because this half would be right against the wall. So we need to figure out how to do that here. And honestly, I think we kind of do something maybe like this. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm okay with that, although I realize I have been doing this bit a lot, like this kind of design with the 2 stairs a lot. That's kind of been my go-to, so maybe we try and change it up just a little bit. So we could do something kind of like that where we go slab and then stair. I don't think that's bad. Now, as far as what goes here, I don't actually know if I want to do like a layer of slabs potentially. Like, is that weird? I don't know. Let's try and recreate it on this side, I think, because that way we can see we can actually see it without like, you know, having the wall there. So then we go with these slabs here. That doesn't look that bad so far. And then maybe we do oh, that's kind of weird. Maybe we do like a stair there potentially, and then I think we just do like a little bit of a slab roof potentially, or no, I don't think we do a slab roof there. I think we honestly just do like a normal kind of roof here potentially. I don't think we want to make this one too complicated. Let's see how that looks. It is kind of basic. Yeah, it's a little bit on the basic side, but that actually probably could be fixed with us doing a little bit of work over here. So we could do something like that there, that potentially there, and then I don't know what we're actually going to do for the walls, but I don't think that that's that bad. I think it's fine, honestly. It's kind of more simple, but hey, it'll work, I think. Now maybe we can use some of that cobbled and deep slate bricks from earlier to maybe use something kind of interesting here. Now I know that we said it's a little bit dark for the walls, but I think for the buildings here it could actually make sense, and I don't want to do what we've been doing up here with the different things here, because unlike what we have here, because this is all grass, and that's kind of why I was thinking that I don't want to change the ground here, because I was thinking of doing this pattern for everywhere else, but then for these buildings it would look a little bit weird, so I might just keep the grass there. But I think for this building, we could do something with the kind of deep slate tiles here. Now, one thing that I also have that I think could actually make this look a lot better is we actually have some cracked deep slate stone bricks. Now, that just kind of makes it, you know, look a little bit broken in some of the spots, which I actually kind of like, because it's a good balance of, I like the deep slate, the cobbled deep slate, because it looks very much like kind of like rough and not as like smooth as this one. So that's kind of nice here. But then having some of the cracked one makes it seem like it's a little bit more textured than just the normal one, which I actually really like, and I think I might do another one potentially up here as well. Like, I definitely really like that. I don't think that that's that bad. And then I think for the front here, we are probably just going to do something simple with these things over here, kind of like an open, I guess, kind of door, I guess you could say. I know that people usually use doors, but I don't know if I want to use a door in this one particularly, although I guess technically it would probably be the correct idea to do that, so we might end up doing just a basic door here. Something that we could also do is just do a little fence gate there, and that way you can still enter it, but it doesn't look that bad. I actually really like that. I think I'm also just gonna do a little bit of a layer kind of like this up here, just so that looks a little bit nicer. And then I want to do some what's it called, lanterns. I've been getting some lanterns from a librarian that I have. Why is my rocket not working? Yeah, I've been using a bunch of these, and I think that it could look quite nice over here, right? Just having some lanterns kind of going I think we'll do the lanterns honestly kind of in the corners here. I think that it looks the best here, and it doesn't get in the way because I do want to actually sell, I do want to put some things up to make it look like we're actually selling fishing rods here. Okay, so I'm thinking here we put some of the fishing rods here. I kind of like the idea of having one go maybe like this way and then having one go the other way like that. I think that that looks okay. We also have a bunch of little things of fish here, which I don't know. I wonder if we can make a barrel. So let's make a workbench to go in here because I feel like someone here would have it. And then I think it's just we make a couple of these and then we should be able to make, oh yes we can. So we can put some barrels here. I think we kind of just fill these with fish like that. I think could be kind of cool. And then we could do this one of some cod here, although I think we'll keep one and then we'll do like a kind of interesting pattern here where it looks like it's kind of put randomly because we don't have any what's it called, we don't have that many. We could just put like a salmon there and then we could put one here for fish, which I think looks kind of cool. Now this one is gonna be a bit of a stretch, but I think we put a glow ink sac in there to kind of serve as the bait. Now we obviously can't put any here because I do not have that many, but I think what we're going to do is actually just put some fishing rods in here. So I might put them kind of randomly around, nothing too crazy. Yeah, honestly, I don't have that many. I'm hoping we can get a little bit more and then put them in here. That's kind of like the basics, I guess, of the fish shop here. Now I don't know exactly how much I like the outside over here too much. Like it's not bad, but I definitely want to do one of those. How do you do those hanging signs? Wow, that is actually very, very expensive. Oh my goodness. And then I think we'll call this the fisherman's shop, right? I think that's kind of simple. You know, this is where you go to get your fisherman needs. So I think that that's pretty okay. It's a little bit basic. I might do, I don't know how I would like connect it, although we could do something maybe with lanterns here potentially, which doesn't look the best, but it's somewhat simple, I guess, and it kind of works. And then I think I might do the same over here where we just do kind of something like this. And then I actually kind of like the idea of the lanterns kind of hanging off the side over here, and then you can kind of see them there. Yeah, I guess that works. And then maybe we can do a unique design, something like that potentially, and then we can still put these my favorite with those there potentially. Like that doesn't look bad. As you guys know, I like to put pillars on the corner of things. I think that actually is kind of unique, and that actually right there might do it for me. So I'm actually okay with that. All right, so the next building that we are going to be working on is going to be the kind of boat needs, right? So because we're not making giant ships, I don't want to market this as kind of like all you need for ships, but I kind of want this to be for boats as well. So in the boat design that you'll see, we will actually have barrels. So it is kind of designed that you will kind of spend your days out there. So whether you're actually, you know, transporting items or you just want to go out for a nice, you know, swim, or I guess it wouldn't be a swim, but a nice boat ride one day, then this would be the place that you go to. So this would have things like probably like water bottles would probably be cool. Some nice like bread would be nice. I can get some bread from the farmhouse up there. We can actually do sponsored by the wheat house up there, and if one of you guys wants to give us a greenhouse name up here, I can make a little sign kind of like this. It's like, you know, sponsored by, you know, whatever you guys design up there or decide up there. So leave a comment for that. But yeah, so this one, we have a little bit more leeway room for building the roof. So the only thing that we really have to worry about is making sure it doesn't connect with over here, right? As long as it doesn't, you know, I want kind of like a 2-block middle thing right there. Not going to build anything, but I want like 2 blocks to the sky. So we really only have 1 block that we can work with. Also, I think that we made these way too high, and then we need to do something for the roof. So I'm kind of thinking, would it be weird if we did like whole blocks going like that potentially? Because then we could do something like that. I don't know if that would look kind of weird though, because then the wall would only, if we're going to continue the same kind of pattern that we did for the last one, then the wall would only, wait, no, that wouldn't be bad actually, because all we would do is do something like this, and then we can just kind of keep this going. Maybe something like this, and then something like that wouldn't be bad, because then we could easily do that there. And then I kind of actually like the idea of us using some stairs here potentially to kind of make that look like that. And then maybe we kind of repeat what we did, but on the top up here potentially. The problem is we're getting really close to this. Like, I don't want the roof to go onto this block, so this kind of cobblestone right here would be the last layer, I guess you could say. That doesn't look bad. And what I'm kind of wanting to do as well is, oop, I messed that one up, but we can do something here like that. And then maybe we just do like a slab roof kind of. I know it's kind of boring, but that does technically keep us in this little thing here. Honestly, that is very much different from this building here and kind of what we've done before. So I actually am okay with that. Honestly, yeah, that's not bad. Now, we do have a very high ceiling here, unlike this one where we didn't really have it that high. I'm thinking that what we do is, I think we do kind of like a bit of a slab roof going here. What if we do a ladder leading up to here, and then this is where we would have kind of like the storage of this building going. And now we can decorate the inside. Now I think for this one I want to have normal doors, I think. And then I like the effect that we have here with some slabs and then a couple layers of the I guess these would be whole blocks now, but I think that the effect that this gives is it makes it feel like it's a small little shop, which is kind of what I want. So we said that this is going to be the like ship needs. So what I think we do, and also I do want to do something kind of cool up here. I think it could be cool to kind of have like a window thing right there. That way from the outside it just looks a little bit, you know, a little bit nicer. Yeah. And then I think we have something here, and then we put lanterns on the front there. Something simple, but it's not just a boring little, you know, wall there now. I think it looks honestly very, very nice. And then for the inside, I think what we do is honestly we just make a couple of I'm thinking of barrels potentially. So what I'm thinking we do is maybe do like I think we do 3 barrels kind of in the middle there. I think that that's okay. Although no, I think what we do is I kind of like the idea of these being like whole. I actually kind of like the way that that looks there, because now the middle of the building is even. And then I think what we do is we kind of just connect those over to there, right? Kind of simple, but I think it will work. And then the idea is, I don't know what we would put in here. We could probably put some bottles in here. Maybe we can get some cooked food in here. Or so what do we want to sell? So I think what we can do is we can do probably water bottles in here, and then maybe we can do bread in here, I think. Or maybe we do kind of different, like, I don't think I'll be able to do this yet, but maybe we can do like potion bottles here, and then we can say that that would be like the alcohol like section. And then here you can, although I don't know if you would sell alcohol in a store like this. I don't think we're gonna do alcohol here. So I'm trying to think, what would a sailor need? So we have water. I want the food to go over here because I kind of want to do like bread, and then maybe some like small steaks potentially could go here. So for the water one, I'm kind of liking the idea of using these here, so we can just kind of keep filling these up as much as we can. And then yeah, we can just, you know, keep putting these in here. We actually have just enough to fill an entire thing here, which is very, very nice. So I have 25 bread with some more hay bales here, but I actually just realized in Minecraft it doesn't make sense to have an entire loaf of bread stacked up on top of each other. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to just kind of place these around kind of randomly. Now, honestly, I don't have enough items and more importantly knowledge to fill these 2 items here. So these might be a we come back in the future, but I think that we at least have the foundations for that. So now I think it's time we put this up here. So that was the fisherman's shop. This one should be called the sailor shop, maybe sailor's shop. Again, if you guys have any ideas for names, you know, I did leave the top line empty. Wait, I just realized, so we have in the fisherman's shop, this is where you can buy and sell fish, but I don't think that's for the wrong building. That's gonna go into this building here. Either we keep the fish in there and, you know, you can buy and sell fish here, or we make this building into something else. I know what we could make this one. We could make this one the so our boats actually can probably fit in here, which actually is probably a good idea or a good segment to show you guys one of the boats that I want to make. So I usually start off with a slab right here. So I usually make them about 3 wide. So I'll usually go something kind of like that. And then what I do is I temporarily place these here, place strap doors. Oh, not there. We're gonna place them on this layer here, and then I will usually break this, and then that way we can actually do something like that. Then usually what I do is I'll put a barrel kind of here with this piece going on the edge like that, and then I again temporarily place something here and I do something like that. And then sometimes what I will do is, I'll place a trap door here just so that it makes it feel a little bit more connected. You don't really need to do that, but I like to do that sometimes. And then what I will do is I place a lantern here, and then I will do on this one here, I usually go roughly 3 blocks into the air. Now, I did see this banner icon from a random post on Google. The Google post did not actually have a author, so that's where I got that. But the ship I made myself, so this bottom part I did make myself, and this is kind of it. And I think you see what I mean when I can probably fit a boat like this in here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I might make this kind of like the ship repair / buying process, I guess. So what I'm picturing, and this is actually kind of interesting because I'm very excited, because unlike those I kind of didn't know, but I actually have an idea of what I want to put inside of it. In this one, so a wall back here with the boat right there without the lantern or the sail there, mounted, kind of looks like it's mounted onto the wall, right? And then on the side I think we'll do like a sail, and then on the other side we might have like a kind of like a consultant place, I guess you could say, where you can go and purchase a boat. And I actually kind of like the idea of that, so I'm very, very excited. I'm just gonna get started. I'm very excited. Oh wait, that's not bad for a roof. I actually think that it looks quite nice, and once again it kind of follows the tradition or the rules of not going past this cobblestone, so I think it's okay right there. All right, so with the walls in place there, I think adding a little pole on the side there just makes it look a little bit nicer. I think just a little bit more detailed on the sides over here. What I think I'm gonna do pretty much immediately is I really want to do the thing here. So I think we usually do I think we usually do like 3 here, so I think we'll go something like that there, and then there, and then we can actually kind of just keep this filled in, although we don't necessarily need to, but yeah, like something kind of like that. And then yeah, I will just get rid of this just in case. I actually like the idea of the boat being there, and then I don't think I'm gonna put a barrel in there. I think that will all kind of just be sold separately. I might over here put where do I want to put it? Maybe I'll just put it here, like maybe it will be out of place slightly, but we can put here like kind of like an example of that there, and then over here we can kind of put like no, we should put these on shelves, like kind of connected to the wall, and then we can do barrel, although no, these honestly, these actually could go over here, actually, like little barrels kind of like that you could buy. I do actually like that. I don't know what else I would fill this area with, but definitely like a cool idea. And then I think the only issue, I actually think I might switch this up just a little bit, and I might just put that there. That way I can still put this right here. So I might call this ship and boat repair or services. No, I think services makes sense because you don't necessarily need to fix your boat. Maybe you just want to buy one, and this is where you would go get it, right? You can just go over here and get your ship and boats. Okay, so far this is what we have in our little area over here, and then if we just take a little free cam shot, honestly, it's not doing that bad. So what I think we need is obviously a little bit more boats. We need something to go here. I think I might do a giant pile of what's it called, the barrels here, just that way there's something over here, maybe another pile of barrels over here. And then I kind of like the idea of this being more open, and then I like the idea of having kind of like an inn over here. I don't know if that was what they would call it, like an inn, but I kind of like the idea of putting the inn over here. This area over here is going to have a bridge going over to there, so we're gonna kind of have like a little bit of a, kind of just gonna save space, I guess. So I'm not gonna do it today, because again, I don't know if I'm gonna, you know, like maybe completely level this out, or maybe if I'm gonna make the bridge go to here potentially. I don't know. So for now, that's just gonna remain empty. Alrighty, I am back. I took a little bit of a break and came back and just did some small little decorating. So I added some little barrels over here. I wanted to add more, but I want to make more boats, but I ran out of the banners at the moment, so I'm kind of taking a break from that. I wanted to actually add more boats, like kind of going out this way, and then maybe even some coming in. I wanted to add some like in between here, like maybe one or two, but I really wanted to do some like over here, but again, ran out of banners. So we're gonna come back to what we need to build over here. Now we're gonna build kind of like an inn, I guess you could say. It's not really like an inn, but like, you know, a place where the fishermen and the, you know, the pilots of this, I guess you could say, are gonna come here to sleep if they, you know, come over to visit and they don't want to go out at night. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna make this building, so I wanted to jolt out more than these do over here. Like I want it to be kind of like significant, so I think something like this would work. I might want to try and make this more of a like interestingly shaped building, so maybe we go to here as far as this length goes, and then maybe from at this point potentially, because I kind of like the wide path. So maybe from here we can go to here, and then we go to here. So kind of have like a rectangle bit with a little bit jolting out over here, which I think could work. Alrighty, so I actually moved over this block over by 1. Now the reason for that is that way we just have a little bit of room to do with the thing here, right? So whenever we go to the second layer, we can just go ahead and do something like that. Now I think I'm probably going to do 2 layers of wood for this. Now that is not really the issue of the upper parts. The main issue, honestly, is going to be the diagonal bit over here. Now obviously, as you can tell, we go over here, and then I think we just kind of have to do something with this going over here, because I don't really see what else. And then my hopes is that it should eventually connect up and then around this way, which I mean it does. I just built that wrong. Okay, that's not bad. And then the walls, so ideally I did want the walls to go here, which technically they can still go there. I mean, that wouldn't look weird though, right? Like I know we're doing a bit of a mix, but yeah, no, that's actually not that bad. Yeah, no, that's not bad. So that can, I think that can definitely work. And then that way this one can just kind of go over to here. So what's kind of weird is I actually do want to go up another block right here, kind of do what I usually do, except the issue is obviously, well, we have this little spot here. So I think what we're going to do is I might do another layer. So I'm going to actually keep this going as if I like completely went down a line kind of thing. And then what I want to do, like I could just do a slab layer like that and call it a day, but that's kind of boring, right? So what if we were to try and do one more layer here of stairs, right? And then we connect it back around, go over here, right? And then I think we'll stop it there. And then what if here we do kind of a flat layer right here of what's it called, planks, and then on top of that we could do, or would that even look weird on its own, right? Does that look weird? Like I don't know if even that looks weird, because then the idea would be that the stairs would start here, right? Like you guys have seen me do this before, right? So the stairs would go something like that, and I think that works. I don't want to do slabs here because I could, but I kind of don't want to, because then it would interfere with the look of the stairs here. But I think that this works. Then I think what we do next is, after not falling successfully, I think what we want to do is maybe do a layer of slabs there. I think would look kind of good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do something like a block there, another stair there, and then I think I might just slab off the top right here. Although, except I think I'm going to do a slab right here in the middle, just that way it looks a little bit pointed. Now that doesn't look bad. honestly, what it kind of looks like, in my opinion, is it looks like this part was kind of attached onto this normal building, which I actually kind of like, oddly enough. Alrighty, so I finished putting in the walls, and this is what the building looks like from the outside. Now, I think it's kind of I think it's interesting. I definitely like it because it does match in with over here. The only thing I did differently, I think you guys can kind of tell, is on this one here, all the walls kind of go all the way up, but on this one I did decide to kind of add a little bit of a break here with the things here, and I actually don't think I like that. So what I think I want to do actually is I might actually just break this really quick. Now it won't matter for these over here because, you know, you don't really see it much, but for this one here in the front, you can, I don't love the divider, so I do want to add a little bit of like spruce, like a spruce log before going to the planks. I think it'll just make it look a little bit like more nice, I guess you could say, like organized. Like, yeah, I think that looks a decent, like a lot better actually than before. And then what I want to do is place these here. I love the way that these look, and then I might as well do some over here as well if I can reach that one, which I don't think I can, unfortunately, but I can just do that and do that. Okay, that is quite interesting, and obviously this is an inn, so we're gonna call this an inn. If there's another word that fits more of like what this would be, but like kind of fits the medieval vibe I'm trying to go for, then by all means please let me know in the comments, because I am desperate to be educated. Now we have this area here where there's a lot of there's a big high up thing right here. Now what I'm kind of potentially wanting to do is I also want to change the walls here, so we are probably going to end up doing that. And then I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to make a slab floor. Probably what I might do honestly is do something maybe like this. I think like a little trim like that, and then I might add in a layer like that because I think that'll just look really nice. Alrighty, so this is the entire inn completed. Now I basically moved all the torches up to a specific layer here. I added a little like room right here, so this would kind of be where like a, I don't know, the royal or special, maybe if you have a lot of currency, this would be where the rich you know, pilot would go. But they can go here, they can, you know, sleep, they have a private room. Everywhere else it's just gonna be a bunch of beds. Now I don't actually have the wood nor the wool to do it, but basically what I would like to do is basically have a bunch of beds just going something like this, right, like everywhere, maybe up to a certain point here. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do, and I want to do that for both this first floor here, and I also want to do it for the second floor up here. Now I like both of these rooms. I feel like this one's a little bit less interesting because it's just wood, but I like that, you know, there's kind of like the stone layer, which, you know, it might be a little bit colder than normal, so if you want the little bit warmer room, you can come up here and pay a little bit extra. This will be something that I'm most likely not going to be able to do in this video. That's just a lot of wool and a lot of wood, which I don't have anymore, because I basically spent the last of my wood, like I literally have no more spruce logs. This was filled to the brim with spruce logs, and well, here are the spruce logs, but I basically made a bunch of barrels. Like I literally have so many. So one of the last few things that I want to do is I'm going to pick up all of these shulker boxes, I'm going to pick up my bed here, and I'm going to basically place down a bunch of barrels. Alrighty, that is all of my barrels. As you can see, there are quite a lot of barrels here. That just honestly fills up the place a lot more. Now this is something that I was really imagining, just a bunch of barrels all over the place. Now I would have wanted to get a few more in some of these open spots, but one thing that I did that I actually kind of thought of just last minute is I actually added some barrels underwater. So there's a couple over here, and the idea is that basically over the years this town has kind of let a couple of barrels fall, and then there was one instance here of like a lot of barrels falling over, and then, you know, you can kind of see. But yeah, that's kind of like what I wanted to do. Wow, it's rained a lot in this episode, hasn't it? But yeah, that's basically this entire harbor area. There's a couple more things I wanted to do. I prepared for this for like a week, honestly, I'm not even lying, getting things for the wool, for the banners. These banners are really expensive. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how expensive banners were. My goodness me. But this was a lot of fun to film. I think that this is definitely the biggest video I've recorded. It might not have been as detailed as the rest of the town over there, right? Like maybe you guys didn't enjoy it as much, or maybe I didn't focus enough on some of these houses here, but I like to think that I did a pretty good job. And just looking at this area now, it feels more alive. Like I love this so much. I think the only thing I might do is I might add some normal boats with like the paddles, or I might actually add the the boats with the chest on them, because those you can actually leash onto the thing here. If you with a leash, you can actually like leash them on, so it looks like it's attached. So that might be something that I do as well, just to add some variety in the boats. But honestly, I am very happy with this, and like even just looking at it from afar, right, I absolutely love the way that looks. Like, it looks more alive. Oh man, I'm very happy. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of today's episode? I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you guys did, consider leaving a like, smashing the subscribe button, and maybe consider sharing this video with your friends. That is the best way of supporting me. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.